What's up, gang? It's another episode. First of all, it's Chris Angel coming at you. That's what this is. And it's another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. And we're talking about how do you bring some order to the chaos? How do you actually not be all over the place in your marketing? How do you bring structure to the thoughts you want to share with the world as it relates to the conversation you're here to lead? So, first of all, I thought I'd give you just, before I jump into that, I thought I would give you a quick tour of the studio. I'll flip my camera around here. This is my home office. I've got a softbox light right here, and it's shining on a green screen. I've got this little USB ring light right here, which plugs into the back of my computer. I've got this little phone holder, which I don't use that often. My ATR 2100 microphone, little lamp, and some paper, another soft box over there. I don't always use the green screen, but Zoom, when I do interviews with our agency clients, the Zoom software lets me actually upload an image in the back into Zoom, and then it actually projects it here, not actually projects it here, but it is able to actually put up the image behind me when I'm on the call. So that's helpful just for variety. I kind of like it. So, all right, that's a tour. But let me jump in here. So I'm going to try drawing something for you. I just did this on one of my business pages, and it was a little bit sloppy. So that's the good part of just being able to do it over again. I want to draw out for you sort of what happens, how to create some structure for your marketing. That's what I want. Here, let's go into the, this is why we experiment. Okay, we're going into the copier for some paper. Here it is. All right, I got some paper. And let me turn the camera around. So here's what, let me see if I can hold this still for you, and I'm going to draw this out. So when we're talking about marketing, I see I'm probably covering the microphone. There we go. When we're talking about marketing, oftentimes we have a lot of ideas and messages that come hot and fast. So here's how to start to bring that into some order. This person is the person that you want to help, where they are today, okay? This is where they are today. Now, this we can always start with the problem. So when you have an idea for your marketing message, I want you to first think about what is the problem? What is the problem that they are experiencing right now? So let's put this in the context of you in this post. You are all over the place, okay? You're all over the place in your marketing. Now, for you, I don't know what it is that you sell, or what your business is, but you are leading a conversation in the world, right, as it relates to your business, and you need to figure out where are the people you're trying to serve? Where are they stuck? What is their problem? Your problem is you're all over the place in your marketing. So this is where we are today. Now you can already start to see that this is honing in our focus. This is already giving us some focus for what we're going to say in our marketing, okay? Now, I want you to take this and think about, okay, this is who they are today. Everybody is trying to expand and grow. So, this is little them and this is big them, right? This is them then, this today, this is them tomorrow, okay? Or, quote unquote tomorrow. After transformation, after they've worked with you and your miraculous products and services, okay? So if this is the problem, we're just going to call this what's possible, or the possibility. So what's possible? If this is where they're stuck, or for you, you're all over the place in marketing. What's possible for you is that you could be super clear and organized in your message such that people understand you. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. And if they understand you, there's a better opportunity for them to buy from you. But that is that is where we start. When you have a message, and you could do this every day, right? Every day you could think of, what do I want to say to the world? And then you get the idea, but the idea comes at you without much form. It's just all over the place. So then you go, okay, this is the idea. Let's think of something. So today we brought a new client into our agency today, and I was on a call with him, and we were talking about what's the name of his show. And his show is going to be called Next Gen Communities, because he wants to talk about community development or healthy communities. How do we grow as cities and communities? And there's a lot to that conversation, right? That's a really big conversation. So let's say that inside of creating a healthy community, one of the problems that we see, let's do this on another sheet. One of the problems that a community sees is that their schooling or class sizes are too big. I'm totally making this up right now, right? But class size is too big. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to do the other example that I did because I really like this one. The example we had was on our call was that in communities, most people are apathetic. Like most voters, most community members, they don't participate, they don't engage. And so the problem is that, people are apathetic. They don't care. They're like, look, I can't make a difference. They might say something like, I can't make a difference. Make a difference. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm not going to show up to a town hall meeting because what's the point? Now, if we look at where communities could go and we become bigger versions of ourselves, we become these evolved, expanded versions of ourselves, what's possible for people is that they could actually, citizens and voters and people could actually feel like, actually let's take the like out of there, they could feel heard, right? They could feel like they contribute, like they matter. This is really sloppy writing, but you get the idea. Okay. So as we're organizing thoughts, whether it's my example or the example from this morning with our new client, you can take the problem, let's put it back in this context, which is you and your marketing are all over the place. So what's possible for you is that you could be clear and organized in your messaging such that people understood you. And if they understood you, they'd want to buy from you. So this is how we take the idea, right? Or the topic. We take a topic called I'm all over the place. And we begin to give it structure and form for a marketing message by defining the problem and then defining what's possible or speculating on what's possible for you, okay? So you can already see that when you have an idea for a message, filter it, start here, what's the problem, what's possible for them? And then you can now actually go into the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next piece that's going to make this concrete for the people you're trying to talk to is to actually then take what are the steps to get from here to here, right? So here's how you do this. Number 1, I'm going to give this to you. Number 1 is you're going to name the conversation that you're having with the world in your marketing. At the level of a show, not at the level of the topic today, though you can do that, but at the level of like, what is this that people are watching? What is this message you're saying? What is the bigger container of this message? For me, it's in this show, it's called Marketing for the Rest of Us. That's the name of the show. I have named this conversation I'm having with the world. If you never name the show, if you never name this conversation, then what happens is people won't push play or people won't know, like they don't, when you go live on Facebook or and that's really where this happens, right? If they don't know what you're going live about, what is this like? Is this about your weekend with your family? Is this about some nutrition tip? Like, what is this? Call it something. Then before I ever hit play, I have some idea of what it is you're talking about. Plus, because I know that when I go live in these shows, I'm talking about marketing. Now, a lot of the times I like to talk about spiritual components of life and being a human. So I actually can talk about spirituality, but I bring spirituality into what? Into marketing. Into marketing, because I've named the conversation. Once you name the conversation, you're going to name the problem. Okay? Name the problem. Once you name the problem, number 3, you're going to name the possibility. What's possible for them? What is possible for them? And number 4, once you name the problem and the possibility, you're going to name the path or the steps, right? First you do this, then you do this, then you do this, then you do this. Now, if you can create this, things started to shift for me when I did this. I learned this from Garrett White, who does Wake Up Warrior. But what I started to notice, hang on, sorry, my hand is in the way, was that when I had these big ideas for what to talk about, where I saw people broken in their marketing, and I started to go, okay, people are messed up in marketing. How do I talk to them about that? Well, what's the problem that I see? Okay, this is one problem I see. They're all over the place. Well, what would be possible for them? What would it be like if they weren't? Well, they could be clear and organized in their message in such a way that people understood them when they spoke. In fact, they understood themselves when they spoke. How funny would that be? How great would that be? Now, if they did that, then how do we get from here to here? Well, number one, you've got to name a conversation, because if you don't name the conversation, you don't know, and they don't know what this is a bigger conversation for. What is this about? Once you do that, that brings clarity into then naming the problem, right? Naming the possibility and naming the path. Like, this is the path. I just gave you the path, okay? So that is how, gang, that is how we start to bring order to the chaos in your head as it relates to your marketing. In your marketing, you have all sorts of ideas that come at you hot and fast, and you don't know how to translate that into a video, into a text post. You don't know what to do with that. How do you get that out of your head and into the world in a way that the world can consume it? If we go back to my marketing Q&A from yesterday, it is like you are a glass of water. You are water, life-giving water, but you poured it out all over the counter. That's hard for people to consume. You need a container for that water. You need to pour that water into a container. That makes it easier for people to consume. So the container for your marketing message, if you just start talking and you don't give it a container, then it goes all over the place and people have a hard time consuming it, like water on a counter. But if you have structure that you can see how to put it into, it makes everything else easier for you and everything else easier for the people you're trying to serve through your marketing, because it's easier for them to consume. So I'd be curious to hear your feedback. Did you like that I'm drawing something? I'm trying something new here, drawing something out in this show. I'm curious if you like the drawing. If you do, let me know in the comments. It's a little clumsy, so I'll be honest, like, I'm not sure if I will do this again. I'll do it for training purposes, but on a Facebook Live when we're creating a show, I don't know. Do you like it? Do you not like it? If you'd like to have more, if you'd like to take this skill set of creating structure for your marketing to another level, I've created a free course called Marketing for the Rest of Us. You can take that course. You can take that course at, you can go to groundswellmethod.com. Thanks, Jenna. Awesome. Jenna loves it. So there, everybody. You can take this free course at groundswellmethod.com. It will take you to the Marketing for the Rest of Us opt-in page. You'll see my welcome message there, and then you can actually jump into the 5 videos that are over 90 minutes of free training and learn more about how to actually create structure in your marketing that connects with other people without having to worry about SEO and algorithm and all that crap that you and I as human people can't stand, okay? So, until tomorrow, when we go live for another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us, have a great evening, and see you later.